I saw that there are some young people from the Sunrise Movement who are hunger striking right now outside the White House, hoping to encourage President Biden and the rest of the Democrats to put the roughly $1 trillion earmarked for climate change back into his bill. It was taken out largely to appease Senator Manchin from West Virginia, who has taken more than $5 million from coal companies. And so I wanted to show my support and solidarity with them. And so I decided that it was time for me to do this hunger strike. I've been working on climate change issues and advocacy with students for several years here now. I have a real gift because my administration is incredibly supportive, and they understand the urgency. My Principal Bogan, stood with us and signed a declaration of climate emergency. We were the first high school in the state to do that, and she signed that and stood in support with us. And she's given us a lot of freedom and flexibility to do this work.
Yesterday, Mr. Barrett told us about the teacher who was going on a hunger strike and sitting out here with the sign, and I had seen it the day before, him with the sign, and I was wondering what it was. And when Mr. Barrett told us about it, we felt that, first we thought that this must be really hard, going on the hunger strike and sitting out here all day holding up signs and probably getting yelled at by some people. So we decided to show him some support, and we wanted to support his cause so that we could raise awareness and let the community know that this is an issue and climate change affects all of us. It's all of our problems. We just wanted to raise awareness around that and support him. So we decided to make signs and come out here during our 4th period and some of us during our 5th period and show support and raise awareness to the community.
I think the big lesson, though, from those kids coming out is how much power they have. I will tell you, when I'm sitting here by myself, I get a honk of support about every 5 minutes. And I get a couple of people who are less supportive than that. But when the students are out here, at least half the cars are honking their support. And I don't think that they're exclusively honking to support work on climate change. I think they're supporting the students and their ability to find their voice and express themselves. And that, I think, is something important that maybe adults can learn from. We can support each other even if we disagree, but support each other's right to have strong opinions and express them.
So when I heard he was out here this time again, but this time doing a hunger strike, on this really critical moment when, if the United States is going to be taken seriously in international negotiations, then we've got to get these really big bills that Biden's been pushing through. And Senator Manchin single-handedly is stopping us from really doing what we need to be doing in the international community, so that the students are hunger striking in Washington, and that Josh is sort of joining in here. It's just a critical moment, and we are so far behind where we ought to be on this issue that the United States is far and away still the biggest historic contributor to greenhouse gases. But with the Trump administration, I mean, Obama at least got us started, but then with the Trump administration, we had 4 years in going backwards because of his basically rejection of the science and complete rejection of any responsibility. And the fundamental issue here is, if the advanced countries, particularly the United States, don't take that responsibility, there's no way that the Chinas and Indias and other countries of the world are going to get on board. And we've got to do this as a global community. So U.S. leadership is absolutely critical. And for Manchin to be cutting President Biden off at the knees just before Glasgow conference, this big global conference, is just it's really almost criminal.